Osemenka.
Yeah.
Asa me freeze or subi.
Eh, wanim ada ho na as what freeze like. I be our network. No. Yeah, I think after the okay.
Boy. Send those.
So first time. You just
So the first time me your life, I say, enye easy sir. Okay.
hey, we so good to see the offer papa.
Me de enye na video no cry frustrate me. Okay. I hope so make me a cat free. Okay, so hi Joshua, thank you for coming. Because we are doing this live because of our last video, like people had some questions and want to address them, and also talk about the list of documents you need as a DV lottery winner. So the first question is, what is the DV lottery?
The DV lottery is a program organized by the US government to bring immigrants all over the world to the United States. And as we already know, United States is one of the superpowers of the whole world. And the and before you can become a superpower, you need men to build the nation to become a superpower. That's why they came out with this program called DV Lottery, and it has become a blessing to a lot of people, and it has made a lot of people live the American dream and make their dreams come into reality. So it's a program organized every October of every year. Is a Gets a 1 month registration period, and it ends the first week of November. First week of October registration starts. First week of November registration ends, and that's when the fiscal year. US, they have their own calendar. We call it fiscal year. It starts from October of every year to the following year September. That's when it ends. So mostly when you apply from October when the fiscal year starts till November, then the following year May, first week of May, the results are being released. So that's the basic thing about the
The
DV
DV
lottery.
lottery.
Yeah.
Right. I think that is clear. And we also had something about the fact that Christians think that the lottery is a sin. But I also wanted to iterate the fact that the word lottery in this context is used to determine the level of probability, right? So, like, you are not paying any money for anything. And that
Yeah.
is what we have to take note of. So, if Joshua, you have anything to add, sorry, you can add, sorry.
Oh, yeah, because lottery is not a sin because the registration is free. And they have numbers though they need more than 1 million people, but they can't allow all the 1 million. Even let's say they need 1 million, they can't allow all the 1 million to enter at the same time. No, they won't do that. So they have a particular number they need every year to enter the US. But in every year to 24 million people are registered all over the world, and they cannot allow all the 24 million to enter the US. So definitely, it has to go through a process where they're going to scrutinize and get the number they need. And every year they need just 50,000 people to get a green card. And but I don't know if the lottery period season they're able to select 150,000. These are the people who are able to go through the interview process. And after the interview process, so if you win the lottery, it doesn't mean automatically you're going to be what to give approve the visa. So they're going to scrutinize and what conclude on let's say around 50,000 people that they're going to be issued. So that means 100,000 people they will win, but they're not going to be issued the green card. Yeah. So because they are working with numbers, so me I don't see anything wrong with. It's not any big deal. And by as I told you initially, it's something that God has all laid on my heart, and I've been having dreams about it and all that. So to me, it has really helped a lot of people. All my friends who came to the United States with the US lottery, their life has changed completely. And they have been able to help their family members, and even some it has even helped their friends as well. And they're living good lives. They've made properties here and there. So I mean I think it's a blessing in disguise. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, we mentioned in our earlier video that non-immigrant people do not have to do the DS 260, right? If you've been on F1, F2, B1, B2, you don't have to fill the DS260 if you are in the US. So someone is asking, if I have been on B1 or B2 visa in the US and then I'm back to my country now, does it affect me getting the visa when I win the lottery?
Yeah, no. If you are in the US, you're on a travel on non-immigrant visas, like the student visas, F1, F2, B1, B2, is the visitors or business visas, and you win the lottery. So let's say the results will be released this Saturday, and you check and you won. You're already in the system, and what you're supposed to do is fill I-485, which is adjustment of status. But if you came on the B1, B2 visa years ago and you return back to Ghana, you're still going to be what? You're still going to apply for the visa, which is a DS260. Because I myself, I know of a client that I helped. He has already traveled to the US on a what? A B1, B2. But this time he was traveling on a what? A student visa. Though his information was already in the system when he was traveling, a few DS160. But we have to still fill a new one because that one is passed. And even the kind of job he was doing that year where he traveled for the B1, B2 is different from now. His status has changed. Your status can change. Maybe you travel on a B1, B2, you are not married. And this time you are traveling on a student visa, you are married. Every year, people's status change. That's why you need to fill a new one for you to inform them that fine. When I was traveling on the B1, B2, I was single, but now I'm traveling on the student visa. I'm married. So now, first one was single, but now I'm married. So this time I'm not going to choose single anymore. So people's situation change. So if you're going on the B1, B2 and you win the lottery, you need to fill DS260, informing them that this is the new place you're working. You are 30 years. The last time you traveled, you were just 25 years. So as time increase and time and season changes, people's situation change. So you need to update yourself and fill a new form, even
Okay.
though your system, your details are with them. Yeah.
Okay, so if you have been on the B1 or B2 visa, you have come to the US, now you are back to your home country, let's say Ghana, right? And then
Yeah.
you win the lottery, you still have to fill the DS260 to get your visa, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's
You have to do
clear.
that. You have
Yeah.
to do it.
And also, your presence in the US doesn't affect the probability of winning the lottery. It does not affect the probability of winning the lottery from the explanation Joshua has given us. I think that is pretty clear. So now I'm letting Joshua speak about the documents you need to, like, as a winner for the DV lottery.
Yeah. Before I come to that, information has reached me that if you are in the US, your chances. That's what people say. It might be true in some situations. It might be true because the first person that my ex girlfriend traveled on the lottery. He won the lottery. She won the lottery and she traveled. And right now she's a US citizen. And she told me that her cousin applied for the lottery for her and she won. And aside that, I've known a lot of winners who told me that they have relatives here in the US who apply for them. So it might be, but the general rule of it, their system, they don't really feed. But because they think people win and they don't have a host, so when people are apply here, they give them a priority because those people will definitely have a host because definitely your cousin applied to you, but you are in Ghana, but your cousin applied for you here in the US. So definitely when you win, your cousin is going to be your host. Yeah, so I'm not so sure about it, but it might be that they have some special priority for people who apply in the US. Yeah. So maybe so. Let's go straight to the point. If you are being selected as a winner and you're able to fill your DS260, so as you are preparing for your interview or you're preparing to be scheduled for the interview, these are the kind of documents you need to prepare. I think there are 14 documents you need to prepare as you are waiting to be scheduled for an interview. The first thing is a passport, a traveling passport. When filling your DS260, you're definitely going to use your passport number, expiry date, your passport details to fill it. So it's a major requirement. And as a traveler, you need a passport to travel. And the second document is a birth certificate. You need a birth certificate. And mostly in Ghana, you need a birth certificate to apply for a passport. So it goes hand in hand. You cannot be passport without birth certificate. So once you have a passport, there should be a present of your birth cert. You can't go to the interview with only the passport. I used my birth certificate to get a passport, so definitely you people should know. No, it's wrong. Go with the two documents. The third thing is what? Your marriage certificate. So if you are going as a married couple, you need to go with your marriage certificate to prove that. That's the only document to show that you guys are truly married. A marriage certificate. And you go the fourth thing is go with any other documents reflecting name of change, which is some call it affidavit. Let's say you are applying for the lottery and there was a mistake in your name. Someone applied for you and the person made a mistake. But all your other documents to bear a different name. Maybe some people can omit H or E or I. So when it comes to situations like you need the what judicial firm to write an affidavit for you, signed and stamped by a lawyer to tell them that there was a mistake when you are applying for the lottery. Yes, so you need to go with those documents or that document. The fifth thing is go with your American size passport picture, which is 600 by 600. One guy came in my comment section and he was like, I'm feeding people with the wrong information. You are going to the US embassy, and so is the guy saying that he's going to the US embassy with a British size passport picture or what? You apply with you apply with a 600 by 600 American size, and you're going for the interview, and you're going to take a picture which is not like really. So please, you need to go with the American size passport picture. You see, people change. You understand? How you look last year is different from this year. So you applied lottery last year, and you're going for the interview this year. You have people grow, so they need to see a new picture. Because this time you're about to enter the US, but the other one is just for the application.
Yeah,
So
and
you need to.
even with any USCIS application, so like applying for your EAD card or anything, they require a passport picture that is not not
Less than
more than
6 months.
6 months
6 months.
old. So I
Yes,
think that makes sense if you have to
yes,
do a new
yes,
passport,
yes.
right?
And mostly you're going to be scheduled after a year. So you should know that at least it's past 6 months. So you need to take a new picture. The state documents is evidence of required education or work experience.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever education level you've been to, all the certificates and transcripts you have, you need to gather them. If you apply that you are working, you need to go with documents that prove that you really what has acquired that particular skill, or you have really have knowledge in this particular field.
Mm-hmm.
So you need to go with documents that prove that you are a mason, you are a judge, you are a nurse, you are what shows that you are a nurse, what shows that you are a carpenter. No, you need to go with the document to prove it during your interview. And the seventh thing is a police report or police certificate. Um, you need a police report to clarify that, and mostly it's being acquired from the police department, is the CID department. That's where you can get your police report, just to prove that you're staying in Ghana, you do not have any bad record, or any police case or any something. And if you have lived in any country more than 6 months, you need to have a police report. Because my first lottery winner, she I think when she was in K University, she did French, and French students are supposed to travel to any French speaking country for a year to it's more like an exchange program. So she went to Benin. So when she won the lottery, she had to go all the way to Benin to get a police report, because she stayed there for more than 6 months. She stayed there for a
Okay.
year. Yes. So
So
any
if
country that if you win the lottery and you stayed any country for more than 6 months, you need to get the police report of that country. So she went there for that one and came to Ghana for
okay,
that one. Yes.
I
Because
was
you need
going to
both.
ask that.
Yes, because when she left, that was when she was in third year. She came back to Ghana for 1 year, finished a degree. She did a national service. So she also came back to Ghana and has spent more than 6 months here in Ghana too. So she need both. So she took Benin police reports as well as Ghana police reports. And
Okay.
the eighth document is court or prison record. If you've ever been to court or you've been jailed, you've been in prison, you have to also get what? A court or police record, something that shows that you've been there before. And there's a military record. Yeah, because the US is always recruiting. US Army is always recruiting. So wherever country you are applying, you serve in the military of that country. It's a plus for you to for them to issue a visa easily. when you have ever served as an army in that country that you were. And the 10th point is deportation paper. If you have ever been to any country, someone was saying that only US, but I don't think it's only US. These people, they can make research on you. So if you have ever stayed in any country and you were deported, go with the deportation papers or documents. The 11th documents is original documents. You need to go to the interview with original documents of all the documents I've spoken about. You need to go there with the original document. That's why you need to go. Don't forget. Don't go there with photocopies. Go there with the original documents. And the 12th document is the translations. Let's say you are applying from a French speaking country, not only French, like any other country aside English. You need to go there with a translation. You need to translate all the documents into English and take it along. But as you are going, you need to still go there with the original ones in, let's say, French or Dutch. You still need to go with them and add the translations as well. And the 13th document is the result of your medical examination. When you're being scheduled for an interview after you win or after you submit your DS260, when you're being scheduled, automatically there will be a form attached to your it that you need to go to a particular registered hospital for your medical examination. So once you go to the hospital, I think you're gonna pay some medical fee, and the doctor is gonna take blood sample, run through, and he's gonna give you the results. It's gonna be stapled. It's not for you; it's for the embassy. So you don't need to open that document. You add it to the documents that you are taking to what? The embassy for your interview. And the last document, or the last document you need, which is the 14th document, is your visa fee of $330 per person. So if I'm going alone, I need to, because when you're entering the US embassy, you're entering America indirectly. If you are in the US and you're entering the Ghana embassy, you're entering Ghana indirectly. So when you enter there, they spend CB there. Even the Ghana embassy in the US here, if you go there, they transact with cedis. Yes. So if you're going to the US embassy, as part of documents that you need to add $330. Don't go there with CDs or safer or no. You need, because it's a US embassy, you need to go there with what? That is the amount of money you're gonna pay. So throughout the whole process, there's the documents that you need and all the documents is quite expensive, but the actual visa fee is supposed to be paid at the embassy. So if anybody tells you that you're supposed to pay them any money, no, it's not true. You only pay the visa fee at the embassy. At the embassy, that's where you pay the visa fee. So it's $330. And so you need to get $330, convert your cedis into dollars, then you put in a nice envelope. Don't seal it. So when you get there and they ask of it, you just take it out from the envelope and give it to them. For it's 300. And if you're going as a married couple, you're going to pay times two of it because per person, so you 300 and your wife or husband is $330. If you're going there with your wife, your partner, and kids, you need to pay for them as well individually. So the kids, each person is gonna pay 330, you 330, the other kid 330, and the husband and wife $330. So that means 330 times four people who are going for the interview. Because all of you are going to be given the green card. So you're going to be paid times four. So these are the total number of documents you need for, yes, the
I think
interview when you are preparing.
I think someone just asked the question in the chat saying that if you did your birth certificate recently, will you raise some questions?
Your birth certificate.
Yeah, let's say because of this whole DB lottery thing, I went to do a birth certificate, right? Will it raise questions?
So you see, I don't know the particular year that they came out with the biometric birth certificate. Yeah, because if you, some people didn't know. Some people, because I remember a friend of mine, she told me that she has, which is the old form of the birth certificate. She didn't have the biometric, so we have to go ahead and apply for the new one. Yes. So if you did the new one recently, go to the interview with the old one as well as the new one, so that they'll know that you already had it, but it wasn't the biometric. But you now apply for the new one so that you can travel. Yeah. So if you have both, go with both, just to so that it doesn't raise questions. Yeah, because
Okay.
you can't tell me that all these years, you are 20 something years, you never had a birth certificate. Like, well, but even I think applying to universities in Ghana, you need a birth certificate. I think as part of, yeah. So you should have it.
Mm.
Or probably when you misplaced it too, you can get a note from the birth certificate office that, oh, you misplaced it and you came for a new one. You can get an unofficial document. Oh, he already had his, he lost it and he came back for it. Yeah, so they can give you a note and stamp it from the birth certificate office. Yeah, just to show that you are truthful. You lost it and you apply for a new one. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. Yeah, and I also want to say that this is a very big opportunity if you've been chosen for the DV lottery. So you would want to treat it with all seriousness, right? Because it was a probability and then you were selected. So what is your chance for next year? You might not even have a chance, right? So if you have been chosen, make sure you treat it with all seriousness, all original documents. Make sure you read intensively about whatever you are supposed to submit, and then you do that. So as we log off, Joshua, do you have any like final things to say to our viewers?
Yeah, the results is gonna be released on coming Saturday, May 6th at 4 p.m. GMT, which is Ghana time, and 12 p.m. afternoon, which is um, the US time. So please, when you check the results and you are being scheduled, when you check and you are being selected as a winner, make sure that you talk to your host. The major problem is the host. And as I've said in my previous videos, if you don't have a host, we are willing to help you and assist you with a host. That that's one document that mostly delays. And when you check and you are won, if won, you can start the DS 260. But please don't submit it on the same day. Don't submit it on the same day. You can start and fill in of your personal details, your name, your date of birth, like basic your parents' name, their date of birth, the basic basis you can fill it. But don't submit it on the same day. Talk to your heart, relax, jubilate over it. Go and have a party, relax. Is I know you definitely come to the US. Don't rush, relax yourself, fill it. And I've even given you out my email. You can even allow, give me your logins. I can go through for you for free. I'm not going to charge you. I will go through. Then I'll make sure that everything you filled is the right thing. And because I've helped like first I've gotten two winners. My first winner have arrived. So I know much about this lottery. And my second winner, we are waiting for him to be scheduled. I spoke to KCC, which is the Kentucky Consulate Center, about because not everyone is going to be scheduled. So especially if you delay in submitting your DS260, you're not going to be scheduled. Yes. So I have to send in an email to them to for them to approve to me that he's gonna be scheduled. And they told me that they are on their way or making plans to schedule him for an interview, which is at least something positive. Yeah. So
Okay.
that's the little advice I can give. Make sure
Yeah.
you are able to um, start the visa application so early, but don't submit it early. Start it early, don't submit it. Even if you're not allowing me to, let somebody who has been through the process to go through for you before you submit it. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Someone was also asking in the chat that do you send CDs or dollars to the embassy? But I guess you mentioned it already. So you
Yeah,
send dollars.
yes, dollars. Yeah. Convert the CDs into dollars, $330. Put in a nice envelope and take it along. Yeah. Don't seal them because they're gonna ask for it and you definitely have to give it out for them to them.
Okay. Yeah.
And please don't lie. If you are filling the visa, don't lie. Whatever information you filled when you are applying, maintain it. When you are applying, you are single. After that, you married. Please don't go. I won't talk much about it. When you apply single, even if you are married, tell them you are single. When you get to the US, you come and file for your wife to join you. People have lied to them a lot. So when you go there, even if you are truly married, might deny you. Your chances might be slim. Whatever you filled, you are single, single. You did that. Your date of birth is this. Don't change anything. Your name is this. You don't have a middle name. Don't go and add any. Hmm. Maybe I won't talk much.
Okay, guys. Thank you, Joshua, for coming. So, Joshua is the CEO of JC Consults, and he's on YouTube. He's giving out a lot of information solely for the diversity lottery. You would want to check his channel out, and then if you want to contact him, all his details are there. People are reaching out to him for help. So you can look for him because he's even offering to be a host, help people get the host. So you can
Yes.
contact him for any questions related to this. He's been very helpful through this process. So thank you, Joshua, for coming. I'm going to log off now.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Mm,